Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. All right, today is Sunday. Oh, it's a beautiful Sunday episode. Sadly, we didn't have a Sunday episode last week. Like I said previously, I've been saying all this week, I got sick, couldn't do a Sunday episode, but your boy's back better than ever. Let's get into this Sunday episode. We're not going to do a thread today. We're just going to do a bunch of juicy scenarios for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to knock out announcements in the beginning of the show. That way we can just shoot through scenarios. So patreon.com/podcast. If you'd like to get an exclusive episode every single Friday, get on there for that exclusive episode every Friday and a chance to be able to send in your scenarios to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday shows. If you are primarily an audio listener, go ahead and keep downloading and rate the podcast 5 stars. It does help a lot. If you guys want to help even more on the free 99 side, say you guys don't have time for a full podcast, but you do want to get a clips of all of the best pieces of each show, then go ahead and follow us over on TikTok as well as Instagram for that. And then if you want to help on the free 99 side even more, head over to YouTube, youtube.com/MyTheAssholePodcast. Subscribe to us over there. Even if you don't watch, subscribing does help. All right, with that out of the way, let's get into our scenarios for today. Okay, girlfriend wants to meet single male friend. Why? All right. Me, 28 male, girlfriend 28 female, and I were having a really nice time when she turned around and said to me that this guy, 40 male, messaged her to ask if she wanted to go for coffee. It doesn't sound bad, but here are the things I know about this guy from what my girlfriend has told me. Okay. He's single. He only goes for girls in their 20s. He's never mentioned that he's a friend until this moment, only that they used to work together. That she put up a risky photo with this guy on Instagram that her own family told her it wasn't right. She later deleted it. And that she doesn't think he's ugly. I got annoyed that she'd want to meet this guy one-on-one, to which she became upset because I made a big deal about it because they're just friends. I've told her I trust her, but I don't trust the man and what his intentions are. Am I wrong for having doubts, or am I overthinking this whole situation? Bro, this whole thing just sounds a little sus to me because it's like, why you want to go out with this dude so bad? Why you want to hang out with this dude so bad? And then over here you got a risque photo with him. I don't know. If I'm being honest with you, I know he was just like, I don't want to. I trust her or whatever. But if I'm being honest with you, I'd have been like, nah. You're not going. And if you do go, then you're single. Like, nah, man. Because if I don't trust it, then... Because he doesn't. He's like, I trust her. But if I'm being honest with you, you don't trust the whole situation as a whole. You just don't. And that's cool because it really seems like this dude, out of all the criteria you've given... He seemed like he trying to make a move on your girl. He like, I don't give a fuck if she has a boyfriend. Like, I'm trying to smash, he doesn't care. So it's like, I would be like, I would tell her, I'd be like, nah, I don't want you to go. And if you do go, then we're done. Because I don't want to deal with that. Nah, man. Yeah, that's a red flag. Ooh. Am I in the wrong for having doubts? No, I don't think you're in the wrong at all. Because this dude is clearly trying to smash. He is. And I think your girl is kind of into him a little bit. Yeah, she's just kind of giving off that like, if because he's 40, so I'm sure he probably has got a more stable life and it's more appealing, and he can do a little more. And she kind of just sees a lot of opportunity in that. And it's just it's too many red flags in it. So no, I don't think you're wrong. If I'm being honest with you. Okay. On to our next scenario. Am I the asshole for announcing our pregnancy at my brother's wedding after he proposed at mine? Okay. My brother said he was going to propose at my wedding, and I told him no. That it was a day about myself and my wife, and we did not want any distractions. My mom lost her shit. She said that he wanted family the night. Wait, hold on. He wanted family he not to see again for a while. Okay. I don't know what he's trying to. She said that he wanted family something because he put family he night not see again for a while to be a part of the proposal. Like, okay. I said I do not give a shit, and that if he did it, I would have him kicked out. He did it, and my mom said if I tried kicking him out, she would leave too. He did it. Hold on. I just remember seething inside. My brother got married last weekend. Instead of a welcome to the family toast, I used the time to announce that they were expecting our first baby. Oh. My mom was upset, but my grandmother told her to sit down and shut up. We spent most of the reception talking to family we would not see again for a while about our coming baby. My mom says I was an asshole for taking attention away from my brother on his wedding day. She got really mad when I reminded her that she threatened to leave my wedding if I kicked him out after the proposal. I have the screen cap of the text messages. You guys are just petty as hell, man. Like, I get it. You're just like, this is my special day, and it should be about me and my wife and not you. But think about it like this. If you guys, for one, you guys are family, and then two, if it's after the ceremony, say it's like at the end of the what is it called? Not reception. At the end it's the end of the ceremony. You guys are getting into the reception. You guys kind of do the bride and groom speeches, and then it's at a point where everybody is just eating and casually doing their thing. At that point, the wedding is, I wouldn't say over, but it's like the celebration of you guys, it's over. Now it's just hanging out with family. It's just eating. You know what I mean? So at that point, I would think it would be a great time, because you guys got all your ceremony stuff out the way. You guys got all your speeches that are about you all the way out of the way. You got everything done. Everything was cool, ready to go. And then you guys can kind of get into that, because it would be nice. It's like, wow, this is such a day of love. And, I don't know if they would do their wedding anniversaries together, but that would be kind of cool. You guys could celebrate your anniversary, your wedding anniversaries together and stuff, or, however you want to do that. But it's like, you didn't have to be that petty about it. You could have just been like, all right, look, we'll slot it in there for you, because that's your family, for one. And two, it's like, that's a big day. It's a great time. I don't know. I do think he is the asshole for being petty and announcing their pregnancy at his little get together. Oh, at his wedding? Okay, damn. He said, all right, cool. I got something for your wedding, Like, that is just, it's so petty. Like, for what reason, man? You could have easily just slotted a time in where your brother could do that for his girl, and then vice versa. You could have came to him and be like, yo, I want to announce our baby at your wedding. I slotted some time in for you to propose to your wife at my wedding. Can you at least do me this solid? And he'd have been like, hell yeah. And you guys wouldn't be in this stupid situation. Like, come on, man. That's just too much. That's too much. I do think he's the asshole, though. He's just being petty for no reason. All right, on to our next one. Am I the asshole for exposing a guy for cheating, and now I'm the bad guy? Okay. So, I, 23 female, started talking to this guy from school in 2022. Seemed nice, but also very forward. We flirted for a while, and it was going well, I guess, until a friend of mine showed me his close friends, and there he confirmed his relationship with the girl he told me not to worry about. I was heartbroken, couldn't eat anything for 3 days straight, and the mental effect took about 3 months to get over. Eventually, I started telling people about this, and to my surprise, I wasn't the only one he did this to. 7 to 8 other girls. God damn, that nigga's a pimp. And they were planning to go ahead and tell the girlfriend. They did, and she confronted him, and she was dumb enough to believe everything he said, like they were the ones who approached the and yada yada. Fast forward 6 months later, hadn't spoken to him at all after what happened. He hits me up casual at first, and then flirting around, and then almost sexting, and then actually sexting. I was at a low point and gave in. What I did was wrong, and I'm ashamed of it.
Stop the cap.
But he initiated this, and I can very well prove it. Morally, it's pathetic of me, but he's the committed one. And the girlfriend, yes, she has never been nice to me, always rolling her eyes at me or laughing whenever she looks at me. If we ever got teamed up, it was like I never existed. And to her advantage, she's sort of popular, which is just stupid at this point. Given this behavior, I wasn't even feeling bad back then because she literally sucks. If after this, I do too. But yes, she does suck big time as a basic human being. I hate her so much, blah, blah, blah. Okay. They've been dating for a year. To the general public, it seems very serious and cute, but behind the scenes, this guy has been texting me, and we've started sexting for almost 4 to 5 months now. And your dumbass went right back, and that's why I hit the cap button, because she's over here. Oh, I feel so bad about it, and it was horrible, and I don't know why I ever did that, man.
Stop the cap.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. 4 to 5 months you kept this going? Nah, bro, stop. You don't feel guilty about it. Because she's over here. I started feeling guilty and asked him to stop. No, you don't. Because you wasn't feeling guilty for 4 to 5 months. Come on, girl. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, you like doing all that shit for that long. You're just like, you're pretty much telling him, hey, I'm happy to be a fucking side chick. That's what you're saying. You're just like, oh yeah, I'm happy to be a side chick. I'm happy to be, like just there when it's convenient. Like, dude, come on, man. Some fucking dignity. But he just wouldn't take it as an answer. Rather, he persuaded me to continue it further. And because I had nothing better to do, and neither was the girlfriend's behavior helping my absence of guilt, I continued. See? What'd I tell you? What the fuck are you doing? You're just like, okay, I love being the side whore. Like, bruh, you have no dignity at all. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and I guarantee you she made this post talking about, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get him and show how shitty of a dude he is. And it's like, you're falling for it at all. And my thing is like, who is this dude? Like, does he got some money? Is he a somebody? Is his family loaded? Like, who is this dude for you to be literally wasting months of your life with this guy who doesn't give a fuck about you, uses you as a literal sex object? That's all he really sees. He just sees you as a vagina, and that's it. I'm like, who is this dude? Because, man, he's got you under a spell. Like craziness. A few weeks ago, I found out that the girlfriend is literally planning her marriage in her head, and I felt bad or whatever for her, but not my place to speak. Then a rumor floats around that I'm seducing the boyfriend, and the source had to be the girlfriend because the people who were talking about it were equally shitty and exclusively her friends. A common friend of us, me and the girlfriend, came up to me and asked what was all that about. I was frustrated because my name was being dragged. Yeah, and he was probably the one that was doing it. The dude was probably telling his girl, like, man, No, it ain't even like that, babe. This girl, she keeps trying to hit me up. She keeps talking about, her coochie wet, da 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 da. Like, it's not me, it's her. And then the girlfriend believes it, and she's just like, oh, that whore, I can't believe her. Yeah, like, no shit. Come on, man. I showed her the chats. She was dumbfounded and decided to tell a friend about it. After disclosing this info, I don't know what I expected except that the guy and the girl blocked me, and their friends are posting cryptic stories about their about cheating and whatnot. They've been giving me looks throughout, and our common friends have chosen a side, and that's him. And I look like a loser here. See, look, man, I think you made yourself look like a loser. You made yourself look like a loser, bro. The moment you found out that he was cheating, and then you were like, damn, this sucks. And yeah, you didn't eat for a couple days, and it was traumatic, whatever. And then you found out that he was doing this to 7, 8 other girls. Why did you go back? And the whole bullshit of, I was in a weak moment. That's cap. Shut up. Because you could have got over him, boy. You could have blocked him and you could have fucking moved on. You could have found you some dude on Tinder, like you could have moved on. But you chose not to. You chose to literally sit there and be a little side piece to this girl. And then you're wondering why there's consequences? Like I get what he's doing is wrong, but I mean, it's like you chose to stay in this situation when you could have got out, and whatever bullshit he wants to do, hey, that's on him. But you chose to stay in this BS, man. Like, dude. Now the question is she an asshole for exposing a guy for cheating? I don't think you're the asshole for exposing homeboy, but the second part where it's like, now I'm the bad guy, it's like, well, you kind of did that to yourself. You sat there and you let homeboy manipulate you and use you as a piece of meat, and that's what happened. And he manipulated everybody else into believing that you're the bad guy because you kind of let him do that when you could have just dipped. You could have just left. Oh, yeah. Not like I said, are you the asshole for exposing him? No. But I think you're stupid for staying because you just man, craziness. All right, on to our next one. Am I overreacting? Wife is going on a girls' trip. Oh, man. Okay, my 45-year-old wife is going on a trip tomorrow along with her 6 girls to celebrate a friend's birthday. Last night, I was putting a name tag on her suitcase when I noticed a lacy pair of panties. Oh, man. Jesus. Curiosity got me, and I took a closer look. Her underwear for the trip definitely came from the sexier side of the drawer. Not big deal, except that's... hold on. No big deal, except that over the last year, she hasn't wore any of this stuff instead of opting for practicality, telling me that women her age don't wear sexy stuff as it's uncomfortable and a bit inappropriate. So I'm sitting here thinking, what has changed so much that she hasn't packed any comfortable choices? Obviously, bringing this up will cause issues, but my imagination's getting the better of me. Am I kidding myself that it's a fashion thing and that she doesn't want to be the one in the group wearing granny panties? My thing is, if she's never worn that kind of stuff for you, why is she wearing that stuff for a girl's trip? I'm not saying that she's gonna do anything, but it just seems like she's preparing for if something happens. Like that's how it's kind of coming off to me. It's like, are you preparing if something happens? Or it could be what he's saying, and it's just like, oh, well, she doesn't want to get like made fun of by the other girls. That could be a thing. I don't know. Personally, though, it seems like she's wearing that in the event something might happen, and she's just like, I want to be ready, I don't know. That's a tough one, my brother. Good luck, ladies. You let me know. Is it a thing where she, let's be honest, man, the girls out there are going to be like, no, that's not what it's for. It's so her homegirls don't make fun of her. That's what you guys are going to fucking say. I already know that's what you guys are going to fucking say. And I don't even know why I even tried to make that argument. If I'm being honest with you, that's probably what you guys are going to say about that. If I'm being honest with you, let's keep it on dopey here. But I mean, hey, I don't know. Still let me know what you think about that in the comments. Maybe, some of the girls in there might keep it real and be like, I don't know. She might be waiting for something. I don't know. All right. On to our next one. My husband lives a double life. Okay. So I don't want to make this too long, but I am feeling so lost in my marriage. My husband is open to having relationships with other women. I am not on my end. To answer the short question, he doesn't financially take care of me. We have a son between us, and we have been married for 2 years. Back at the beginning of this year, he broke the boundaries I had set for the situation almost a year ago. I said no babies. I already knew he wouldn't wear condoms, so I'm not stupid. And no STDs. Well, don't I feel stupid now? He's got this girl pregnant, and she didn't say anything until she was 12 weeks. I was so heated, they both broke my trust in the beginning. Oh, so she let him go sleep with other women, and she was like, I got 2 rules. You don't smash that cooch raw, and, no STDs. But he smashed a girl raw and got her pregnant. I see. In the beginning, I was a dumbass trying to be cordial with her. I bowed out a little after New Year's Day because it just wasn't my thing. I don't care for her at all. I was ready to leave my husband. She ended up having an abortion. When she was still pregnant, she would text things to him like, oh, I feel so sick. Your baby is fighting for you. Just weird. Then they went back and forth about dealing with each other or not. 4 months later, he is still talking to this broad, and he just says they are friends now. She does his hair. I'm not stupid. I know they are having sex, but who can I lean on? Where is my outlet when he gets tired of me? He has other options to vent to. We recently had an explosive argument because I was having casual conversation on an app with a very nice man. He got upset with me for just talking. Wow. I don't really have close girlfriends. No one. How do I cope? You gotta go, girl. What you mean? You gotta hand that nigga them divorce papers and be like, you know what, man? This is too much. And it sucks because you guys have a kid together. But if I'm being honest with you, man, like he can't really get mad over that shit, I mean, unless you guys agreed to you not ever talking to other guys or, having, I don't know, contact with other dudes or whatever the case may be, then I guess in a way that's a little different, but still, it's like, you're clearly not happy in this relationship, and so why are you staying in it? You know what I mean? Like, this clearly doesn't make you happy. The fact that homeboy is doing his thing, he doesn't take care of you financially. So it's like you really have no incentive or reason to stay. Now, if you were a stay-at-home mom and he was taking care of everything for you and, and all that kind of stuff, all right, well, I could see a little bit of a reason to stay just because it's like you do have comfortability in that. But, I mean, if you guys are 50-50ing or whatever, then it's just, it ain't worth it. Get the fuck out of there. Piece of chicken grease, dude. And then he could be with these other chicks all he wants, and, you can move on with your life. I just don't think you're happy in the relationship, and I don't even think there's a reason you should cope with it. It's like you should divorce homeboy and then move on with your life and figure out what you want to do. Because did she give her age? No, not really. She didn't. Okay, so I don't really know how old you are, but at the same time, it's just like I would just leave. I think it's as simple as that. I don't know why she's trying to make this relationship work, because it clearly isn't working, and it hasn't worked for a while now. And then the fact that like you gave that a shot is kind of crazy to me, just because, like I said, I would understand the reasoning behind you being like, okay, go ahead and, do that, whatever the case may be, because you look at it like, okay, he pays all the bills, he takes care of everything, I'm a stay-at-home mom, it's cool if he wants to have a little fun, or I guess, but he's not doing that. So since he's not doing that, it's like, nigga, who the fuck are you? It's like, who the fuck are you? Like, why are I get it. The fact that she did, I'm like, damn, she tried. Yeah, she wanted to make the relationship work. She wanted to make it, make it happen, and see if like, he'll get bored of these bitches and then come back to me and then only want to be with me. Let him sow his oats and get it out of his system. But now that he's in, got this girl pregnant and all this kind of stuff, and apparently he's got multiple chicks pregnant because the first girl that got pregnant got an abortion. So it's like, girl, come on, man. Like, he's making lifelong choices with these other chicks. At this point, it's time for the divorce papers. I don't think there's any more cope. It's divorce paper time. Like, golly, man. Yeah, it's divorce paper time, girl. Golly, sucks to say, but it is what it is. All right. Am I wrong? My husband refuses to try out sex toys. Okay, I mean, if they're being used on her, then cool. But you come on, man, using the sex toy on a dude, that would just, I don't know. We'll see, man. We've seen some crazy shit. My husband, 30 male, and I, 27 female, have been married for 5 years. He is the perfect husband and truly the love of my life. He is kind, loving, understanding, and the most importantly, he's my very best friend. We were both virgins when we first met, and due to the personal and religious reasons, we decided to wait till marriage to have sex. Our sex life is very active and pretty good. But lately, I have been feeling the need to spice things up a little. I feel that the same routine has made things a bit boring, so I try to do as much as I can to keep the flame burning. I have brought up the use of sex toys, among other things. He refuses and looks extremely uncomfortable when I bring it up. His reason is that he is worried that a sex toy will give me something that he can't, or that I will use them when he is not around. I am sure this comes from his own insecurities and lack of sexual experience, but I do not feel like I am asking for much. I would only use them with him and want to try new things together, but he will just not budge. I have tried having this conversation with him on multiple occasions, and he will just not have it. I told him that sometimes I can't finish, and even though he feels bad, there's nothing he really does after he is done to get me there. It has been frustrating. I don't know how to convince him to try it out. I don't want to make him do something he doesn't want to, but I am also getting frustrated. I sometimes feel guilty for pressuring him on this issue. So this is where I need your help. Am I wrong for even suggesting this? How could I better approach it? I don't know. I mean, I do kind of feel, I do understand the whole like inadequacy thing. I was there once, if I'm being honest with you. I was there once where it was just like, bitch, what the fuck do you need, toys for? Like, what? Is my penis not good enough? But once you actually do it though, it's not really about that. Like, if I'm being honest with you, it kind of enhances, what she's feeling from you. And I think that's all she's trying to get, and I think he'll just have to come to like realization that it's like, look, man, it's not that, you're bad at sex. It's just that let's enhance it and make it better, but I that's something he's just going to have to come to, I don't think you'll be able to really talk him into it. It's just something you're going to have to, keep hammering away at, which will really suck, but, and you'll also have to let him know, like, your frustration as well. Like, hey, dude, sex is getting unpleasurable for me. And when he's just like, oh, well, what can I do to make it better? And it's just like, dude, I've been trying to tell you that the toys would help, but you don't want to listen to that. And it's led to so much frustration. I'm not getting off, so I'm not feeling satisfied anymore in the sex. You might have to kind of scare tactic him a little bit, to where he kind of feels like, oh, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, my sex and it sucks because it might lean more into his insecurity, but at the same time, he's gonna want to try to fix it. He's gonna want to try to make it better, and he is gonna ask you, oh, well, what can I do to make it better? And then that's when you kind of just be like, let's try the toys, because I'm just not feeling it. And if he doesn't want to lose you, then I definitely feel like he'll try it. He'll be like, you know what? Okay, fine. I'll give it a shot and we'll see how it goes. Because it's not like anything's going up his butt. It's not like you're trying to, strap a vibrator to his dick or something. You're not trying to do anything crazy. Not that I know of. It seems like all you want to do is just kind of get maybe like a little bullet or something. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it seems like you just want to get a little vibrator kind of style thing where, while he's fucking you, he puts the vibrator thing on your clit, and that's it. That's what it seems like. You're trying to just do the basic of the basic when it comes to toys. It doesn't seem like you're trying to do anything crazy. You're not trying to peg homeboy. You're not trying to do all this crazy. And I think that's what he's thinking. He's thinking like you're trying to get a fucking 8-inch super fat black cock or something. You know what I mean? Like, he's thinking like the worst of the worst. He's like, oh my God, she's going to get a dildo that's bigger than my penis, and that thing's going to fucking spin and flop and do all the craziness that I can't do. And I think that's what it is. And so also, you should probably just look some stuff up as well, because guys are a little more like logic based. So when we kind of can see it and see what it actually is, because like I said, he's probably thinking like you're trying to get a Chad Thundercock dildo. That's and instead of like him fucking you with his penis, he wants she wants or you want him to fuck her with like this big ass dildo, and that's not what from what I've read and what I understand, that's not what you're trying to do. You're just trying to get a little tiny vibrator type deal, and you're trying to just do that just to enhance what is already going on. Because you said your sex life is great and it's active and it's wonderful. So it just seems like you're just like, dude, I'm just trying to add a little bit of vibration in this bad boy. So look up some stuff for him and see, like, look, this is the type of toy that I'm talking about. Just something little like this. Just, you know what I mean? It's a little small. You use it on me, while we're doing it or whatever. And it's great. And then I think he'll kind of be like, oh, okay. All right. I mean, I could see us doing this. That's not bad. You know what I mean? Because like I said, in his mind, it is the insecurity, 100%. Because I was there once. You know what I mean? My significant other was just like, oh yeah, I want to introduce toys and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh God, she wants a Tyrone dildo. But then, she kind of showed it to me. And I was just like, oh, well, that's not bad. All right. I mean, oh, we could do that. We could do that, and then we bought one and it enhanced it and it was great. And it was like, all right. And then if I'm being honest with you, we don't really use it that often. We use it here and there, but it ain't even that often. So it's like, we're good. I think that's fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. So try to just, tell him, hey, look, this is what's going on. I'm feeling unsatisfied. The sex ain't getting me there anymore. And I don't want it to get to a point where it's dull and I don't want to do it. I want to keep the spark alive and going, and then show it to him. Show him the toy you're trying to buy and be like, look, this is what, because to me, it just seems like you're trying to just buy that little bullet thingy, and then you're just like, hey, I use it on me while I'm doing, nothing's going up your butt, and I'm not trying to tie something to your penis or anything like that. Because like I said, I think he's just thinking the worst. That's where he's going. He's just like, oh my God, So that's what I try, because it worked on me. So hopefully that helps out. On to our next one. Am I the asshole for sleeping with another girl after she told me that she didn't want to become official? Okay. Let's see. I've been casually seeing this girl, Amy, for a few months now. We've been sleeping together and we might occasionally go out together, but for the most part, it's just late night hookups. Though our relationship is mostly sex, I do enjoy her company outside of that, and she's definitely got more to offer. A few days ago, we were laying in bed and I told her that I wanted to take things more seriously between us. She said, I'm flattered. I really like you. The sex is great. You're a great guy. I want us to keep seeing each other, etc., but I'm not in a position to be your girlfriend or take a relationship serious. She basically gave the "it's not you, it's me" speech, but in many more words. It stung hearing that because I did want something more with her, but it is what it is. I'll take the L and move on. Hey, is what it is, man. One of my boss's clients is the rich bastard who throws these big parties at his house 3 to 4 times a year. The previous 2 parties that he threw, my boss invited me and I took Amy as my +1, but I obviously didn't want to go with her this time. I hit up some people to see if anyone was interested, and this girl, Lisa, was down. Lisa and Amy turned out to be friends, not close friends, but they are connected on social media. I don't have social media and I have no idea they knew each other. We ended up going together and hooked up by the end of the night. The next day, Amy starts blowing up my phone and starts going off of me for partying with another girl. At this point, I didn't even know how she knew, but then she said that she saw Lisa's Insta stories or whatever it was. She was absolutely furious, but I told her that she has no right to be. She's not my girlfriend. She doesn't have any say in what I do or who I do it with. Amy asked me if I slept with Lisa, and I said that it was none of her business. She was absolutely raging, but I told her that I can do whatever I want with whoever I want because I'm single. Facts. There ain't no way you can sit there, deny a dude, and then when he moves on and replaces you, dumbass, then you're going to be sitting there like, what? How dare you? Oh my God, it's so No, you dug your own grave in this, bitch. I wanted to make you my girl. You didn't want to be my girl. That's cool. But because you don't want to be my girl, that don't mean other girls don't want to be my girl. So I'm going to move on. Peace and chicken grease. I accepted your answer, even though it was all, hoopla and bullshit. Because she sat there and probably this Amy chick was just like, oh, cool, he ain't ever going to have sex with another girl. He's so in love with me. You know what I mean? Like, she thought she was hot shit and she thought she was so wanted and all that. And homeboy was just like, nope. Like, nope. Like, fuck out of here, man. I'm not about to be hung up on you. What the fuck are we talking about here? Why am I going to be hung up on you? Like, there's so many women out here in this world. Like, come on, man. I'm not about to be hung up on you. Get the hell out of here. And that's what she thought. She thought, oh, yeah, he in love with me. Oh, yeah. He ain't ever going to. Nah, homeboy was just like, piece of chicken grease, bitch. I'll see your dumbass tomorrow at midnight. Nah, you ain't the asshole, man. Like, the fuck we talking about? That's crazy. All right. Am I overreacting? My wife has been making up stories on here, and I told her she's an asshole. Oh, wow. Okay. Late night, I was in bed with my wife and we were on our phones. She laughed and I asked what was funny. At first, she seemed hesitant to tell me, but then gave me her phone and told me to read. It was a story about a woman whose husband wouldn't let her shower often. I couldn't figure out what was funny, and then she said that she wrote it. She said it's something that she does for fun. She likes to see how many people will read and comment on the post. She also is chatting with men on there about their marriages. She let me read the messages, and it's mainly them complaining about their sex life. It's weird, but nothing inappropriate from her. I didn't know what to say. I said that what she is doing is terrible and she is being an asshole by making these up. She got upset by that and said that most stuff is made up anyways and it's not hurting anyone by writing the stories. She went and slept in the guest room last night and left early for work. I really think she's being an asshole for posting, but now I'm wondering if I should apologize. Yeah, I think you should apologize. Like, she's just doing it for fun. And if I'm being honest with you, like, who the fuck takes Reddit seriously? If I'm being honest with you. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be real here. Like, if you're that type of person who lives to be on Reddit all day, every day, wow. You know, you're literally a fucking loser. Stop. You know, and a lot of times people take it way too serious, that shit that happens online. It's like, why? Who cares? It's not affecting your day-to-day life. You know what I mean? Your opinion matters none. It's like pouring a water bottle into an ocean. It matters none. I don't understand why people, spend so much of their time on there. It's kind of crazy. Like, for me, I really only spend time on Reddit when I'm doing research for this show. Other than that, I don't spend time on Reddit. You know, it's crazy, people who spend all day every day. And for me, even, I spend maybe like an hour out of the day on Reddit, and that's about it, just because a lot of it is just a bunch of hoopla and crap anyway. So it's like, if she wants to vent and have a little fun that's not affecting anybody, let her have fun. And you can even join in on her. Like, I'd have been like, oh, let's make a story together and let's make it as outrageous and hilarious as possible. And, I think you owe her an apology, if I'm being honest with you. I really do. I think you calling her an asshole just for this is kind of stupid. You know what I mean? I think you should simply be like, look, man, yeah, I think that you should apologize to her and be like, I was stupid. It's not like you're talking about our relationship. It's not like you're doing anything, invasive or anything like that. It's like, she's doing nothing wrong. You owe her an apology. I do think you're the asshole on that one, man. And you're definitely overreacting. Way overreacting, if I'm being honest with you, man. Golly. All right, on to our next one. We have help. I have a gut feeling my sister and my boyfriend hooked up. Aw, damn, son. I don't even remember why I started suspecting, but I do remember one particular reaction that made me more suspicious. One time we were talking about something. I don't even remember what it was, but I said the worst thing that someone can do to you that you think they would never do, that they do just that. Okay, so the worst thing that someone can do to you that you think they would never do is just that, I guess. I don't know. All right. And my sister's reaction game made a very, very weird vibe. Another time we were all hanging out and they said something between each other and I did not hear, and I asked what it was and they said it's nothing. A secret. And I said, you guys better not have secrets that I don't know about. And again, her reaction gave me a very weird vibe. Another time I was telling her about a fight and he and I had her. I was also saying the positive things that he does and how he cares about me. And her response was, I wish I had someone like that. One time I dreamt my sister admitting to having sex with him, and when I told him about it, his response was, with the level of respect I have for your sister, I would never do that. And for some reason, that response just triggered me. What? Okay. I'm genuinely thinking that you had a dream that your boyfriend and your sister had sex, and then now just anything that anytime they talk or anytime they have a moment of closeness or whatever, you're just like, it wasn't a dream, it was reality. Oh my God, like you're just letting like your paranoia really get in the way of this. And it's like, I really think you're overreacting, if I'm being honest with you already. And I haven't even finished the story. I think you're overreacting big time, because it's like one of those things where it's like you have a dream that your significant other cheated on you, and so then you wake up mad at them. And, they wake up all happy and chipper, and you're just like, oh, good morning. And then you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you're like, whoa, it's 8 a.m. I just woke up. What is wrong with you already? Like, you fucking cheated on me in my dream. Like, okay, and I mean, like, I obviously it was a dream. I didn't, and I think that's what is going on. It's like, dude, there's no way. He literally was just like, no, I'm close with your sister. I have a bunch of respect for her, and I wouldn't do something like that. Like, and then that triggers you. As if you're just like, nah, motherfucker, I know you're lying. I have the proof of you actually hooking up with her. See, it would be different if she had like some proof. If she had some text messages. If she, found some proof or whatever that they actually did it. And then she asks him, or she says something like, oh, you had sex with my sister in my dream. And then he's like, oh, I didn't. I would never do that, or whatever the case may be. Okay, then I'd be like, yeah, I can see how that triggers you. But no, you don't. You just had a dream, and you've just been speculating the whole time. So it's like, I don't know. Let's finish the story and we'll see. And it has me going insane, because one time I was going to take an exam out of town, so we got a hotel, and I had to leave them both alone in a room while I went to take the test. That lasted about 5 hours, and I am mortified to think that they had sex that moment. And when I lived with her and he visited me, I left him alone in the house while I went to work. I don't want to jump to conclusions, because she is my sister in the other half, but on the other hand, she does have a history of going after men that are taken. And at the time, I suspect things happen. He had very little self-control. I'm very confused. I don't know if what I feel is intuition, a gut feeling, PTSD, or what. Personally, like I said, I personally think you're overreacting until you have some solid evidence. I don't really think that this gut feeling or anything like that would lead you anywhere, but like broken relationships with your sister and then with your boyfriend, and then you going around accusing them and stuff like that. Like, I get it. You can have this gut feeling. I get it. You can have this feeling of uneasiness, and that's fine. I'm not saying that that's wrong. And then you kind of look at your sister's past actions and you think like, that shit might rear its ugly head around again. Get that. But still, until you have some just hard evidence, I really would just kind of keep it to yourself. And you know what I mean? Because you don't want to ruin a great relationship with your sister that you have, and then the great relationship that you have with your boyfriend, and then all three of you have such a great relationship as well. Just because, like, because I mean, I've dealt with that too, where it's like, if my significant other has a sibling, I'm close with that sibling, and that's how that goes. You would want to be close with, your partner's family, and I get it. It seems like, they're a little too close or whatever, but if I'm being honest with you, a lot of times your sister probably looks at him as like a brother. You know, he looks at her as like a sister type thing. So it's like, it's not uncomfortable for them to be left alone for 5 hours or to be left alone in the house while you're at work. And you know what I mean? Like, they're probably watching TV and kicking it or talking or, you know, playing games, whatever the case may be. So it's just like, I get, you know, but I get you having those feelings. They're valid and all that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't say a damn thing until you are for sure. Because if you're not, it's going to stir up some unwanted shit. And that's going to suck. Yeah. But I mean, if you still feel that, you know, there's something going on, I'd wait until you have hard evidence. And then once you got that evidence, then you can start bringing it up. But yeah, whoo, that's a tough one. I hope that's not the case. And I hope you never do find that evidence. And if I'm being honest with you, you got to just try to push that thought out of your head, you know. Yeah. All right. This is going to be our last one for today. This one is slept with my best friend's younger sister. Oh, shit. Okay. A couple of nights ago, I was in a bar where I found the younger sister of my best friend. Before that, I really saw her as a younger sister, and she saw me as a brother. She went through something horrible recently, so she was out with some friends at a bar near me, and I happened to be there. We met up and talked. Both of us were pretty drunk and pretty horny. So we ended up in my apartment where we fucked and slept together. The next morning we woke up naked and woke up naked and were so confused and scared. Neither of us were wearing any protection and no used condoms were in sight. So I'm scared of the thought that I may have just impregnated my best friend's little sister and someone that I genuinely saw as a younger sister. I feel so goddamn bad and want to end myself.
Stop the cap.
Nah, man. Because you sure didn't feel bad when you was smacking them cheeks down. Let's be honest here. If I'm being honest with you. You didn't feel bad, brother. And you know, it might have been a thing where it's like, for her, you know, it was a moment of weakness kind of thing. For you, it was just like, you probably really didn't see her as a sister, if I'm being honest with you. Either that or it was a thing where like you might have known her when she was younger, and then you're just like, God damn. Woo, girl, you grew up into your adult body like a motherfucker, you know? It's like, what... One, you know, you've seen her as a kid and you just saw her as a younger sister. There was no sex appeal to her at all or whatever. But, you know, now she's an adult and she's grown up. You're kind of just like, wait a minute. Let me reevaluate a little bit. Like, that's not that bad. It's not that bad. I don't know about that. Like, shit. She down. On her side, though, I think it was just like a kind of vulnerability thing. It was just more of like she just got out of something bad and was just like, you know what? I wouldn't mind it. Like, at least I know the guy. You know what I mean? I just wonder how the friend is going to feel about all this, because I think the friend, you know, once he finds out, he's probably going to be mad, because it's like, for one, that's his little sister. 2, you're supposed to be his boy. And then 3, he's thinking like, bro, I thought you saw her as a sister. Like, what the fuck, man? You know, I wish he added that in the story as more of like, you know, did he tell his friend? Did he not? Because I would want to know what the friend would be saying about that, because it's like, not only did you smash the little sister, but you smashed her raw too. You probably cream pied. So it's like, God damn it, man. You know, like hopefully he doesn't lose his friend over that. That would fucking suck. But I could see, you know, that kind of happening. And then on top of that, I'm just like, on top of that, it's like, the relationship between him and the sister, I'm sure is going to be a little weird now. Like they come over and it's just like, oh, hey, what's up? It's like, hey, it'll be a little weird. And then if I'm being honest with you, shoot, dude might double back around. He might be like, hey, like you trying to, we already did it once, like, you know what I mean? Like, this time we'll be protected though. I got you. So there's that too. It's like he might double back around. Because, the walls must have been good to some way. Like, come on now. So, ooh, damn. Good luck. Hopefully you don't lose your friend. And try not to double back. Because, I'm guaranteeing you he's probably thinking about doubling back. And, and just being like, hey, what's up? So, we'll see. But that's going to go ahead and end it for today's Sunday episode. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's Sunday episode. I wanted to do a little something different. I wanted to give you guys just nothing but juicy scenarios since we did miss last week's Sunday episode. I do feel so bad about that, man. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this episode here. Thank you guys so much again for listening and watching. Support us on Patreon. Check us out on Instagram as well as TikTok. Follow us or subscribe to us on YouTube. All of that does help the show. Appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you later and peace.